Atlanta Hawks' recent Magic City Night controversy has some asking whether sports teams are pushing the boundaries when it comes to the fan experience. There's a pressure there to create viral moments and keep younger audiences engaged. But when does creative fan engagement cross the line into risky publicity? Well, Jamel Anderson, CEO of Fanmire, is joining us to chat about it. So, Jamel, thank you so much for being on with us today. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Of course. Okay, this is so timely, and so thank you for agreeing to come on, because this is it's a topic that's got people talking, Jamel. We've mentioned the Hawks, and this is news that people across the country know about at this point. You know what happened with the Magic City promotional night. What's going on with these teams? Doing what they can to grab the attention through the experiences that they're having. I feel like we're seeing more and more of this these days.
Yeah, I think every city has a different challenge in terms of connecting teams into their communities, right? So, in respect to what's happening down in Atlanta, it's a big part of the culture, and pushing the boundaries of culture for connection is the space that we're in today. Everything is about a viral moment. But one has to question, when is it too far? And I think in this case, they may have made a good judgment call by not putting a brand on the line in that regard.
So one of the interesting parts about this, Jamel, is the fact that, in trying to appeal to younger fans, maybe who are just seeing the team on social media, it's like you've got to try to appeal to the fans who are in the seats, but also the messaging that's being put out across social media as well. So I can imagine that there's a big pressure there to try to connect in both ways, which are very different ways, right?
Yes, such is true. Before the whole digital movement, there used to be a desire and a passion to connect on the emotions of sports and engage with fans. It used to be where just having access, being in an arena was a life moment, but the game has gone outside of the game in a digital way, and keeping that connection going is something that everyone is trying to solve for at this point.
You mentioned this being a big part of Atlanta culture, and I feel like there's a lot of cities that could potentially have something, that's unique to them. But at what point would you say that it goes beyond celebrating the unique fan culture and creating a publicity stunt that could, in the end, backfire?
That's a great question, and I think it's really subjective. I grew up going to the circus, and there once was animals there, right? Mm-hmm. And, I thought the engagement experience was amazing at the circus as a kid. But if you go as an adult today, it's just not like that anymore. So when does one question what is too far to connect? So I think that's subjective to the brand and that audience.
So for organizations who are maybe trying to grow their fan base, what does meaningful engagement really look like today? Ways that you can do that successfully, Jamel?
Well, for one, it's going to be for people to come to fanmire.com, where we celebrate fan engagement and connecting in an authentic way, free of sex, negativity, or cyberbullying. But I think it's tapping back into the emotional connection, and what really drives fandom is the name of the front of the jersey never changes, but it's always the name on the back that's different. So we had LeBron Mover era, we had Mike Mover era, you had Lawrence Taylor, you have Micah Parsons today. So it's all about the connection and giving the fans that moment to really be inspired by who that talent is that they follow. And it's the team's responsibility to bring those people in closer than just the stands. Mm-hmm. And that I think it's a big opportunity in that whole fan engagement space by fans, players, and bringing the teams closer in organic ways through events. I believe that's the way that the engagement world is gonna have to go that way.
Let me ask you this, Jamel. I'm trying to tell from your accent where you're from and where you're joining us from today.
Wow, so I'm from New York, and I would believe it was you who had the accent today.
What? Come on. No, and that was going to be my guess for you. I was going to guess New York, so pretty spot on with that. Let me ask you, what did you think when you heard about this Magic City promotion that the Atlanta Hawks were putting on, and then, you learned of the news of the NBA axing it? I mean, where was your thoughts with all of that? Were you surprised the NBA did that? Did you think this was something that could make it through? Share with me what you were thinking, Jamel.
I thought it was exciting. I thought it was one of those healthy risks that meant a lot for the culture. I understood, obviously, why they pulled back. But I think it represents that we're progressing, that it was even a consideration or a conversation, right? So, the risk just wasn't worth the reward. But I think it says something that they were even interested in how can we be inclusive with the culture in this way as it relates to the city. So it's encouraging, that we're pushing those boundaries and considering what responsibility is at the same time.
Yeah, they shot their shot, right? We can give them that.
Absolutely.
We certainly can. Tell me a little bit more about Fanmire, Jamel.
So Fanmire is a fan engagement platform, and I'm a big fan of sports. I love sports coming up, and I wanted to create this space in a digital way where fans could be connected after the game, after the event, after the concert. So I did a brand partnership with the New York Liberty a few years ago when we purchased the suite, the Barclays Center. And what I did was, if you supported your favorite creator on the platform, I created a space for you to meet influencers and celebrities at events. So within that test case, I learned that driving the in-person experience around events with creators and fans that they admire, that's where the name came about, Fanmire.
Okay.
Yeah. So I understood that we were going to a space where you have to bring people in with the people that they admire and love.
Yeah. So you were a bit ahead of your time, even. You got there and came up with this before I think this all caught on. So good on you for doing that, creating Fanmire when you did. Okay, before I let you go, though, and I've got my guesses, tell me your top NFL team, NBA team, and whatever else you want to throw in there, Jamel. Put it
I'll
on
let
the line
you guess
here.
them.
No, because you tell me.
It's gonna be the Knicks.
There we go. Okay.
It's gonna be the Giants, and it's gonna be the Yankees.
Okay. Really, no surprises to be expected from you, Jamel. But we will take it. Jamel Anderson, CEO of Fanmire, giving us his take on what's happening right now with the Hawks and Magic City Night and just kind of the direction that we see teams heading in, trying to appeal to their fans. So Jamel, thank you so much for your expertise, and it was a pleasure to have you on with us today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. And to learn more about Fanmire, you can head to their website, fanmire.com. You can also find a link at fox5atlanta.com. Just look under the Good Day section.